Hello and welcome to a review of Shadow of Mordor Story Mode. Alright, so this is how it's going to go down. This is going to be part 1. Today we're going to review the story mode, and in later days we will review all of the DLCs that came with this game. So Lord of the Hunt, the Bright Lord, Trials of War, the skins, stuff like that. So that'll be at a later date. Maybe we'll do the skins today, we'll see. But today, the main topic is the story mode. This was on sale during the Steam Summer Sale. It was a complete steal. It came with a bundle with this, all the DLC, and then the sequel with all of its DLCs. I will review all of that together at some point. But today, like I said, we're doing the story mode. At the time of writing this, I've played the game for 20 hours total. I thought for sure around the 12-hour mark I was getting close to beating the game since I had killed all the orc leaders. But turns out after a certain point in the story, you unlock a new area and have to do this conquest all over again with more orcs. This made me realize that this game was more expansive than I was expecting. You'd think that this would annoy me that I would have to do it again, but honestly at this point in the story, you would have learned new abilities, so the gameplay is still fresh even after 20 hours. This is due to its variety in combat choices. Up close with sword, sneaking to stab an enemy, shooting arrows, luring enemies towards you, explosives, unleashing wild animals, beehives, going ghost like your Danny Phantom, draining enemies, controlling enemies to fight alongside you by branding them, and brutality kills. This is why the game doesn't feel stale, because the world is your weapon along with what is on your belt. You learn new abilities by playing the story mode to unlock moves necessary to proceed in the main story. Or you can run off and kill orcs to gain more XP to level up your skill tree, or both, since you always have the option of either sticking to the story or hunting orcs. I swear, if they're not called orcs, I've written orcs so many times in the script. I think they're orcs. I'm pretty sure they're orcs. Okay, so they're called the REK, but they're a strong breed of orc. So, you know, they're still orcs technically. There are also other side missions, but these two types are the main objective. I honestly had more fun killing orcs than doing the main missions, because the system that is implemented regarding Sauron's army is so satisfying to use. You can even help orcs to climb the ladder by helping out certain ones or literally mind controlling them to attack other orcs, because at a certain point you literally can't kill the most powerful orcs by yourself. Sometimes you need an army. I'll be honest, I didn't really pay attention to the story because initially I was just playing this game for fun, but when I got like 10 hours deep, I realized just how much this game holds up even 10 years later, making this my favorite open world game. The world feels lived in, not too big to feel overwhelming, and there are always plenty of objectives on the map. There were even times while traversing the map I would accidentally run into orc leaders, and that was some of my coolest memories from the game, especially when there are like 2 or 3 that I run into out of nowhere. Many times I said, "No way," or "Are you kidding me?" because I was thoroughly surprised. Now for a while I was stuck on the Mind Control 5 Captains mission because I killed, most of the captains already. This means I have to promote others to become captain, and this is a tricky feat. I completely failed the first attempt, and this is where I mostly got stuck in a side mission. Until I loaded into the other area, looked at Sauron's army, and immediately got the achievement, since I branded a lot of orcs previously, and some of those got promoted, so it all worked out. I was wondering why the objective wasn't showing up anymore. Now, what's actually great about this side quest is that these captains carry over into this main mission, so there was actually a reason to get these captains in the first place. After completing the main story, we find ourselves at 50% at 24 hours of gameplay. This includes mostly side missions and killing orcs, because that was the most fun part of the game in my opinion, so that's what I did most of the time. The reason it's 50% is because I did not get all the collectibles. So currently, in my opinion, this is not just the best Lord of the Rings game, but the best open world game. Oh, also, you can automatically follow NPCs. Why don't more games do this?